Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a Thursday evening special for you. It's time for some women's basketball action here from the MAC. Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mustangs YouTube channel. I'm Ben Smith here on the call with you for today's women's basketball matchup between your Monroe Mustangs and the Raritan Valley Community College. I'm Ben Smith on the call with you. We take a look right now at the situation we're in. On a nice little streak right now for the women. As I look at my count here, they're on a streak of 6 straight wins and are now sitting at 12-6 overall on the season. Contrast that, with Raritan, which is 6-11 overall and have been struggling to start the year and are on a losing streak of 6 games. So two teams in polar opposite situations right now as we take a look at the things right now. Most recent game for Raritan Valley was against UCNJ. They lost decisively, 95-39 in that contest. That's almost as bad as how the Nets lost to the Knicks yesterday. And trust me, I know. I was on site to see firsthand myself. The Nets Nation's having an existential crisis right now. So looking at the box score for that contest. And scrolling down through Raritan. And I had a notable standout from Maria Aguzabal-Ruales, who had 19 points from the start. But 2 out of the 3 starters, Pons and May, had 0 points scored. And then you also had Aviva Palms, who managed to score 11 points off the bench for Raritan. So a lack of depth right now on the stats for Raritan. They got to find a way to dig deep and get something going. Looking over at the Mustang side of things, they won just about as decisively as the Knicks did over the Nets, winning 105-39 against the other Monroe, none other than the Express. And taking a look at the box score for that. Let's look how the Mustangs did against the Express. Shout out to AJ O'Hagan, their SID, good friend of mine. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players with double-digit scores for Monroe, and we'll hope see if they keep that up here today. For now, folks, as we get to the buzzer, I turn it down courtside for the opening ceremonies.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Monroe Athletic Complex. Today's NJCAA Monroe University Women's Basketball Game, featuring Alliance from Raritan Valley Community College and your Monroe University Mustangs. The NJCAA promotes good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, or sexist comments or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or spectators will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the said competition. At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America, playing the national anthem. 5 guard from Spain. Number 1, Julia Soles Paz. A 5'7 guard from Spain. Number 3, Maria Isabel Ruales. A 5'8 guard from New Zealand. Number 5, Elizabeth May. A 5'8 guard from North Plainfield, New Jersey. Number 10, Sunny Patrick. And a 5'11 center from Spain, number 32, Tema Coma. The Lions are coached by Philip Hero. He's assisted by Mo Akureta. And now, the starting lineup for your Monroe University Mustangs. A 5'6 guard from Toledo, Ohio, number 5, Bree Jefferson. A 5'7 guard from Frederick, Maryland, number 10, Sydney Oski. A 6'1 coach from Baltimore, Maryland, number 12, Anais Neck.
She's got a good voice for it.
A 5'8 guard from Boston, New Jersey, number 15, Angie Toronto. And a 6'1 forward from the Dominican Republic, number 31, Elvis de los Santos. The Mustangs are coached by Mike Seeley. He's assisted by Max Overham and Maya Nemo.
And that was your opening ceremonies and starting lineups, ladies and gentlemen. Ben Smith here on the call with you as we're about to get underway. Like I said, leading up to the ceremonies, you couldn't have two teams that are more contrasting one another than these two here. We got one that's on a 6-game winning streak. We got one that's on a 6-game losing streak. The haves and the have-nots, I suspect, are going to be figured out quite quickly in this event. As I was looking at the Monroe versus Monroe matchup between the Mustangs and the Express, looking at the spread right now for the 105 points that the Mustangs put up, Hilary Del Santos had 14 points in that contest. Adela Sakunajan had 13 points. Bree Jefferson, 12 points. Skyla Kemp had 11 points. And then off the bench, you had Alex Stewart with 14 points. And then Sheridan Oberhand with 10. So, stand correct, 6 players, double digits, not 7. And we get back, now we are underway. It's going to start off real quickly. 3-point attempt goes wide for Maria Isabel Ruales, the Spaniard from Logrono. But they managed to get the rebound and stolen away immediately by Bree Jefferson. Bree Jefferson has been red hot in the last number of games in this season so far. Goes for a 3-point shot there, doesn't get it, but the rebound shot is good for Anaya Stinnett, who's into the starting 5 here today. And so first blood is drawn by the Mustangs. Raritan moving the ball around, trying to see what they can do to create some play. Shot from 3, it's going to be short off the rim from Elizabeth May. And Bree Jefferson moving down the court, slows down, double backs, goes out to the corner, wide open from 3. Doesn't go through for Tirado, but they get the rebound. Second chance shot, no good on third chance either. And they're going to try and kick out immediately. And it goes out of bounds after errant pass to Hilary De Los Santos, who couldn't quite wrangle it in. Now a little bit of a press here being played by the Mustangs, trying to force Raritan into making a mistake under pressure. And now things settle down here for the next possession in play. Head coach for Raritan, Philip Hero, trying to call for a play here. Split the defenders with the pass inside. Mid-range jump, good. And that gets their first points, courtesy of Telma Comba, number 32 from Barcelona, Spain. We got a lot of players from Spain on this Raritan team. Mid-range jumper, good for De Los Santos. You got Julia Sol Pons from Cervera, Spain. Maria Isabel Ruales from Logrono, Spain. Paulo Guerrero Ortega from Livia, Spain. And then you have Rio Pendre and Comba from Barcelona. The rebound is there, and off to that shot, tied back up now 4-4 for the good one there for Seone Patrick from North Plainfield, New Jersey. Errant pass there intended for Angie Tirado, goes over her head, and that gives the ball back to Raritan. We also have Elizabeth May for this team, is from Auckland, New Zealand. So quite a bit of international flavor on this Raritan roster. Morales inside. Turn. Layup. No good for Comba. Dos Santos able to get, Diongo is able to get that, who substituted in, able to get that quite easily. From three, no good for Tirado. And it'll be easily rebounded by Comba. Comba, one of the Pawns at the point. Goes outside to Morales. Morales trying to drive. Goes out to Comba. Comba, jumper, mid-range, no good. Jefferson gets the rebound. Jefferson driving. Has nobody really in front of her. Short on, couldn't really finish up on that layup. And the third chance is good for De Los Santos after no good on the second chance for Diongo. Got to fall through on those layups. 6-4 right now, here early on here in the first quarter. At the point, Elizabeth May, the Kiwi from New Zealand, reverses, gets it to Morales. Morales outside to Pons. Pons, errant pass. It was kind of hang time to it. Recovered, though, by Patrick. And then stolen away again by Tirado. Tirado drives, coverage, gets it to Jefferson. Jefferson finds space from three, and it's good! Bree Jefferson with nothing but net on that shot, and putting it up for the beauty of a three, 9-4 now. Oh, what a stuff there on defense for Hillary De Los Santos to deny Telemakomba. Now Tirado from three, and it's good! And right now heating up is the Mustangs. And a timeout called by Raritan Valley. Oh my goodness, what an exchange. And it's a full timeout here. 12-4, 6:02 to go in the first. Mustangs lead. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back. I'm Ben Smith. Don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss this one. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Mustangs YouTube channel's coverage of Mustangs basketball here from the MAC. We are back underway. Let's see what adjustments Raritan made. Shot from three after passing around. Morales can't get it. Rebounded by Angie Tirado. Tirado gets it to brief Jefferson. And Jefferson now will slow things down a little bit. But after that series of threes, a steal for block. Jefferson from three. Doesn't go through. Diongo gets the rebound, gets it to Dos Santos, and then trying to kick it out to Sydney Husky, and she'll get called for the travel. And because of that, with the travel call, we'll now have some substitutions coming in for the Mustangs. Jefferson, Tirado, and Diongo come out. And now we will get Alex Stewart, number 23, Fabiana Piondujor coming in as well, number 3. Number 11, Skyla Kemp is in. And so let's see what we do here with these adjustments. Another corner 3 attempt, no good for Morales. They're giving her a lot of leeway on taking those shots, and she hasn't made one yet, but you give her too much space, she's bound to do something with it. Here's a shot from 3. It's going to be short for Stewart, but the second chance shot is good for the Mustangs. Now they lead by 10, 14-4, taking a firm control early in this one after Skyla Kemp got that beauty of a layup for the second chance shot. Pressure being applied. Rosa try and see if she can get a pick or a pass to somewhere. Gets it to go over, excuse me, not Rosa, to Pons, trying to get it, and they better steal here, stolen away. Here comes Sydney Husky. Good! Right back where she left off from last game. Oh, and another big steal. This time it's going to be Stewart. And Stewart lays it up. What a calamitous start for Raritan, and a great start out of the gate for the Mustangs. Showing absolutely no mercy right now. They are leading by 18-4. Raritan, they're trying to find something in the open. Rather static in their movements, almost tipped away. Here comes Palms, trying to drive through, and it's going to be a ball off the foot of Pion du Jour. Sophomore from Hollywood, Florida. So it'll be an inbounding opportunity here. Moves it off the foot. It'll be a fresh 20 seconds. Inbound immediately, and then to three. No good for Elizabeth May. Fight for the rebound still. And stepping out of bounds here, trying to control it, was Ortega, and that's going to turn it back over to the Mustangs. With 3:40 to go in the first quarter. Oh, almost stolen away there. Good move there. Oberhand now into play. Takes a three-point shot. Doesn't go. And it'll be easy rebounded by Ortega. So Raritan just trying to find something, anything, to get traction and close the gap. Mustangs just trying to continue to shut them down, do what they need to do, and that's a good way to do it right there. Pion du Jour with the steal. You want to talk about commentators' comment, aging like fine wine right there, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and for the layup, no, but it's going to get the foul. On the drive there for Skyla Kemp. They're going to call that one against Paula Aguilera Ortega. Skyla Kemp will get an opportunity to shoot two. And that's the first foul of the contest. And short on the first free throw. So we do here in the second. And that one is good. Had a substitution, two substitutions as well. Paula Ortega substituted back in for Raritan to replace Sione Patrick. And Anaya Stinnett came in to give Hilary Del Santos a rest. Going for the layup, and that one is good for Ortega. A much-needed basket for Raritan. They're down 19-6 right now. From three. Good! Fabiana Pointinger makes a big one right there. And they just continue to just shoot daggers into Raritan. 3 baskets made from the arc right now. Raritan now passing around. The energy picking up from the fans as well as from the Mustangs bench, trying to play some psychological warfare. Oh, what a stuff. Great block for that shot from Stinnett. Outside to three, wide open from the arc. No good on the shot for Pion du Jour. Lost in the footing there, had to get rid of it. As Aviva Palms lost her footing. Able to get rid of it. Pressure still being applied on this spectacular defense we're seeing get played right now. From the Mustangs, shot from three, double coverage. Fight for the rebound, it's going to go in the Mustangs' way. No good on the shot for May. And stolen back here by Palms. Hit away from Alex Stewart. Now Pons is going to reverse to May. May trying to find a way to get through, splits defenders, pass to Ortega, turn, skyhook, no good. Rebounded here by Kemp. Kemp kicks outside. Oberhand from the arc, no good, but rebounded right back to Kemp, shoots, airballs it, and it's going to be short and out of bounds. And now some substitutions will come in. Kaylin Lully will now come in to replace Stewart. a sophomore from Queens, New York. We've seen some good spots from her there in the course of this season. And we also had Sione Patrick come back in along with for Raritan. And a big steal here. Grab taken away by Lely, making her presence known immediately to Oberhan. And now over towards the corner for three from Poyon de Jour. No good. Second chance shot. No good on the inside for Lely. We also had Sione Patrick come back in for Raritan. And Oberhan getting a big steal here. Downtown with it. Back pass and laid up for Kaylin Lely on the 2-on-1. Nothing really do on that situation. 24-6 right now. Mustangs are cooking with 23 seconds. Oh, what a big steal. Intercepting the pass for Kaylin Lely and lays it up and in. And suddenly now the Mustangs are leading by 20. This is a one-sided affair already, ladies and gentlemen. And Oberhan almost got a big steal right in front of us and just couldn't wrangle it in quite enough to keep it in bounds. With 8.3 seconds left. Some substitutions and everybody maneuvering, trying to find some space. Elizabeth May will handle the inbounding duties for Raritan. Heave-hose it to the far side, almost stolen away. Ortega holds on to it. 4 seconds on the clock. Inside pass. Hip check foul will be called against Skyla Kemp as Jayla McNeil was trying to go for the layup with .2 on the clock. So she'll get to shoot 2 here. First free throw is no good for Jayla McNeil, freshman from Piscataway, New Jersey. And no good on the second free throw either. It's rebounded by the Mustangs. And that concludes the first quarter. Mustangs lead 26-6 with a 20-point lead already to start off this contest as we're at the end of the first quarter. Buckle in, folks. I have a feeling I know where this one's going to go. We'll be right back here after our break with second quarter action from the Mustangs YouTube channel. This is Ben Smith. We'll be back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mustangs YouTube channel's coverage of women's basketball action from the MAC. We are back underway. 3-point attempt, no good for Kaylin Lely there. Right off the gate, Mustangs lead 26-6. It's a 20-point lead right now, early in this contest against Raritan. This will be the first of 2 times they play Raritan a foul. As McNeil was trying to go for the layup. And Hilary Dos Santos will get called for that one, for the first foul of the quarter. These 2 teams will encounter each other again on February 5th at Raritan. First free throw, no good, is heave-hoed by Jayla McNeil, and it goes off to the right. Here comes the second free throw. And that one is good. Brings it points to lucky 7 for Raritan. Oberhand with the next set of play. Drives down to Tirado. Oberhand Outside. Towards Bree Jefferson. Jefferson jumper, no good. Fight rebound and kind of getting a sandwich there is De Los Santos, and it's grabbed by Patrick. Excuse me. Hiccups there. And Raritan ball around, trying to find something to go with, and that's going to be no good on the layup for Comba. And picked up by Oberhand. Stretch pass to Torado. Back to Oberhand. Fakes a three. Back door. What a pass. And then to Torado. Tries to go for a shot, and there's a offensive foul. I think by the looks of it. Nope, no call. I think what happened there is Torado stepped out of bounds with her heel just slightly. There's a drive. Raritan now gets an opportunity. Laid up, no good for Comba. Rebounded easily by the Mustangs. Stretch pass, Torado drives it down herself. Over her head, no good. Tried to get a little too fancy with it. And Saoni Patrick able to get the rebound for Raritan. And Raritan trying to drive down. Seems to create something to happen here. Pons outside to May from three. And that one goes just a bit outside. And no good for Raritan that one. But trying to intercept the pass. Couldn't hold on to it. Was McNeil. And Jefferson able to recover to Oberhand from three. Good! Sheridan Oberhand, the freshman from Trumbull, Connecticut, sends it downtown. 29-7 now. We have 8 minutes remaining in the half. May at the point. Gets it Saoni Patrick. Back to May. And it'll be short for the New Zealander. And out of bounds. Couldn't quite be saved by McNeil. And gives it back to the juggernaut that is the Mustangs. Oberhand. Pass to Lely. Lely outside Torado from three. He's short. Fight for the rebound. It's going to be grabbed by Lely. Pass outside now to Jefferson from three. Almost gets fouled there. Well, they recover it. Still alive for the Mustangs. Oh, they're going to call a charge on that for Hilary De Los Santos, who absolutely bulldozes Saoni Patrick. It's going to be the second foul of the quarter, both of them by the Mustangs. A little bit of a press, I'd say half press being played. But the Mustangs trying to force a mistake. Pons at the point. Here to May. And they're trying to look for the corner because they need to score something if they're going to close the gap. Offensive foul. Another one. Calling that one against Toma Comba by the looks of it. And some substitutions here as well. That'll be Toma Comba's first foul. Anaya Stinnett comes back in, as well as Sydney Husky. Lully and Oberhand will substitute out. Jefferson at the point. Top of the arc. Pass outside to Sydney Husky. Doesn't get through. Laid up. Just short for De Los Santos. Now Jefferson thought about taking a three and thought better of it. Back door. Wide open. Split the defenders when they both changed the coverage. And De Los Santos able to take full advantage there. 31-7. Here comes a drive from McNeil and fouled. McNeil seems to be the one person not afraid to drive, trying to create something here for Raritan and have contact and draw the foul. It's three substitutions for Raritan. We have Rualis, Ortega, and Palms coming back in. As McNeil will shoot two. Stinnett got called for that foul. No good on the first free throw. She has not made one yet, despite the opportunity she's gotten. Oh, she's made one, excuse me. One more coming up here. No good on it, but rebounded by Hilary De Los Santos. And the Mustangs get back on their way with their next possession. Wide open in the corner is Torado. No good on it. Rebounded by De Los Santos. Jefferson from the arc. Can't get it to go. Kicked out from the rebound by Sydney Husky, still alive for the Mustangs. That's one of the big things where they're killing them right now is in rebounds. Mustangs are very dominant. They've always been real good at rebounding. Opposite corner for Tirado, and it bounces off the basket and goes up and touches the shot clock, and that'll be considered out of bounds and turn the ball back over towards Raritan with 6:02 remaining in the half. Pons outside. Oh, to Ortega, who almost got stolen away by Jefferson. McNeil driving the inside. Skyhooks it over her head. Scrum for the rebound. Picked up by Palms. Back to McNeil. Jumper. Short. And one thing of it is if the shot accuracies continue to struggle like that, Mustangs don't need to risk fouls. Keep pressure on, but don't run it. Oh, what a three for Angie Tirado from the arc. She was back a ways too. That was about a 35-footer right there. And that makes the situation here worse, and a jump ball forced by number 12, Anaya Stinnett. They'll still call it as a Raritan ball. Here comes Elizabeth May substituting back in for Raritan. And 3 substitutions for the Mustangs. Got Skyla Kemp is in. Fabiana Ponjujor. And Astu Diongu. And a violation. Oh, she didn't get the ball back over the court quick enough, so violation against Raritan. And that'll give it back to the Mustangs. If they can score 3 here, they'd go up by 30. Mustangs searching around. Shot from 3 for Tirado. Short. And Morales will get the rebound. Here's May moving down. Pressure being applied. An errant pass as she tried to get rid of it on the double coverage. Gives it right back to the Mustangs. Great defense being played there, as Monroe is just dominating both sides of the ball right now. Here's a drive. Oh, offensive foul. I'm going to call it against Pondushore. Oh, double coverage here. Trying to force a mistake, and oh, they do. Travel called against Julia Sol Pons. Just absolute dominance right now by Monroe. I don't know what more you can say. Mustangs are cooking right now. Over to the corner. Tirado thinks better of it. Pass outside. Gets to Husky. Husky to the corner. From 3, no good. Short for Kemp. Rebound goes back to Tirado. She shoots from 3. Good from the top of the arc. Another big 3. For Angie Tirado is absolutely on fire right now. At 9 points, all of them 3-point shots. She has 3 shots from the arc. Response 3. Short for May. Rebounded by Pondujor. Pondujor. Outside, Tirado. Another attempt at 3, short. Scramble for the rebound, and it's going to go in favor of Elizabeth May. She'll drive down the lane. Throws for a layup, can't get it to go. Missed the shot. Looks like Morales lost her footing there. Here comes Kemp. Gets fouled as she goes for the shot, and she'll get to shoot 2 here. And her counterpart, 11, which is Aviva Palms, will get called for that one. So Tirado leading the way with 9 points right now for the Mustangs. And one of the big things for this team, too, and why they're as good as they are, you see it a lot in their box scores, and their first free throw is good for Skyla Kemp. The diversity in scoring. It's not 1 or 2 players that are just dominating for this Mustangs team. they'll have sometimes 4, 5, 6 players with double-digit scoring, and even a couple double-doubles thrown in with the rebounding. And it's just that whole all-encompassing athleticism is just so good for the Mustangs. And it's why they won the title last year. And depending on how this next few weeks plays out, could be on their way to another. As that goes out of bounds. Off of Diongu during the block. Inbounded. May from 3. No good. Kicked out to Ortega. Back to May. Time to go inside to Palms with a mid-range jumper, and that one is good. And outside of a free throw, that's the first basket of the quarter we've seen from Raritan. It's 39-9. About Stewart looking for space. Goes to Pondrajor on the outside, drives. And it's an and one! Fabiana Pondrajor getting a beauty of a shot there for the sophomore from Hollywood, Florida. And with the weather we're about to experience this weekend, I think we all wish we were in Florida right now. Sometimes I wish I was. We got the Rolex 24 sports car race going on. And anybody who knows me, folks, knows that if it's got 4 wheels, smells of gasoline, and loud engines, I love it. Let's see what we get for the shot here, and good. So the 3-point swing for Pondrajor. 42-9. Can they get another game of 100? We'll have to see. They're on pace. They're on pace for it right now. Drive, layup, good for Morales. Splitting the lanes. There's Kemp. Drives herself. Gets the foul. But yes, for you folks watching, if you are anywhere here in the Northeast and have seen the weather updates for the paths, I urge you all, please stay safe this weekend and into Monday. It's going to be bad. It's been a while since we've seen a storm. I've seen a storm this big. Going back to probably about 2011, 2012 since I've seen one of this size and amount of snow we're about to get hit by. Kemp free throw, good. It's both in 44-11 now. Triple. Here comes Pons trying to drive. Mid-range jumper. Can't get it to go. Scramble for the rebound. Ball bouncing like a pinball there as everybody's trying to tip it. But Oberhan was able to get it. This ball in bounds here. Outside to the corner from 3. Oh, what a shot. That was a beauty for Kayla Lelly. And she was under coverage for that one, too. This is just punishment right now. Mustangs cannot be stopped. May. Tip by Stewart. And stolen, firmly stolen by Oberhan. Another turnover forced by the Mustangs. Drive to the inside by Lelly. Kicked out. From 3, no good for Kemp. All of her teammates had her hands up for it being good potentially, and it wasn't. And it'll go out of bounds, and it'll be a Raritan's ball, and they'll have a slew of substitutions here. And Sione Patrick is in, Jayla McNeil is in, and Tamakomba is in to replace Ortega, Morales, and Pons. To give them a respite from the gauntlet. May, mid-range, jumper, no good. Rebounded fairly easily by Alex Stewart. Outside Oberhan from 3. Oh, she would have sunk that shot, but got called for the travel right before that. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the very definition of caught in 4K. 1:11 to go here in the half. Mustangs dominating 47-11. Raritan trying to find something, anything to get traction. No, you can't do it there. Stewart with the steal. Stewart drives it herself. Can't make it on the shot. Rebounded by Lelly. Outside Oberhan from 3, and it's good. This team can't be stopped right now, ladies and gentlemen. 7 threes. Kicked out. Pressure being applied. Inside protection real good for the Mustangs on 2-3 zone. Trying to backdoor it was Aviva Palms, and it's going to go out of bounds as she couldn't hold on to it. 35.4 seconds remaining in the half. Pion du jour at the point. Gets to Kemper on the arc. Kemp over to Oberhand. And back to Pion du jour. Thought about taking a three. No, they go outside to Oberhand. Almost hit another three. It just barely missed. But Pion du jour was able to get the rebound. Oberhand again. Doesn't make it again on this one either. Ball rolls. Bit of a scrum for it. And May's able to recover it. Passes outside to Patrick. Sayone Patrick. Going for the layup. Can't get it to go. Rebounded. 3 seconds. 5 seconds. Pion du jour from three at the buzzer. No good. And that will do it for the half. Mustangs leading. Yeah, I'm not, and for folks, I'm not trolling here. I'm known for that, but I'm not trolling here. They are leading 50-11. 50-11. Let's wrap our minds around that for a sec. Well, with that, folks, we'll be back in about 15 minutes' time with first half stats and second half action here from the MAC. I'm Ben Smith. We'll be back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mustangs YouTube channel's coverage of women's basketball action from the MAC. Ben Smith here on the call with you, taking a look at some of the stats from that opening salvo in the first half. Lead scores for both teams. The Mustangs lead 50-11. Top scorer right now is Angie Tirado with 9 points on 3 threes. Skylar Kemp has 7 points. Kaylin Lilly with 7. Nobody with more than 2 points as they only have 11 for Raritan. Now it was Maria Morales, Sayoni Patrick, and Thelma Comba. Looking over at the other stats, we have a field goal percentage of only 16.7% for Raritan, 37.5% for the Mustangs, who have shot the ball 48 times to Raritan's 30. Give you a sense of how much possession time they've had. 8 for 30 from 3 from the arc for Monroe. 0 for 10 for Raritan. And we have turnovers, 15 for Raritan, only 8 for the Mustangs. It has been a one-sided affair for all around for both these teams. And they're getting out-rebounded by the Mustangs 38-14 as we're about to get back underway here with this one. And we're back underway. Bree Jefferson at the point. Passes over towards Sydney Husky. Back over towards De Los Santos and back to Jefferson. Let's see what adjustments Raritan did here, if they're going to make any gains of it. No, a good steal here for Morales. Gets it over to May at the point, and now to Pons. Pons drives. Kicked outside. Open from 3 for Rualis. Doesn't go in. No miss, just barely. And Hilary De Los Santos able to get the rebound. Stretch pass to Jefferson. Jefferson from 3. No good. Fight for the rebound, and Tirado gets it. Tirado passing. Sydney Husky. Mid-range. Jumper. Good. So with that from Sydney Husky. 52-11 now. The Mustangs continue right where they left off. Oh, good steal. Grabbed on that possession by Sydney Husky. Nobody on her, and lays this one up. And a great start here for the third for the Mustangs. Raritan trying to get any sort of traction. Some traction. They hadn't really had much this game. Trying to use the pick, see if they can set for a 3, and it's not working to their effect. Oh, and a great little tip. I think that was tipped by De Los Santos and then grabbed by Stinnett for the block and steal. Jefferson outside from 3 for Husky. Doesn't go through. Pons gets the rebound. Raritan now driving down through, and a shot from 3 for Rualis doesn't go through. And a foul during the rebound. I believe it'll be against Raritan. Elizabeth May will get called for that one. First foul of the third. Jefferson at the point. Gets it to Hilary De Los Santos. Shoot from 3. Just barely misses. Elicited a reaction from the bench how close it was. Husky back to De Los Santos. De Los Santos evaluating her options. Over to Jefferson. Jefferson kicked out. And Tirado couldn't hold on to it. We got a little bit of a rugby scrum going for the ball. Good heads-up movement to get rid of it by Rualis. Gets it to Comba, but Comba gets stuffed by Stinnett, and Jefferson's able to get there for the grab. Moving it down the court rapidly. Hard and fast movements. Jumper. No good for Stinnett. And Raritan now goes off onto the next possession. Here comes a press from Rualis. This time she will get the layup. 4 points for her in the game. Monroe has a next push here. Kicked out. Tirado from 3. Good! That's the 4th, count him, 4th 3 for Angie Tirado, who's on the verge of going Super Saiyan in this game. Inside. Comba reverses to Pons. Mid-range jumper and a foul. I'm going to call this against Comba as she was creating some space for herself to get the rebound. That'll be her second. She'll come out. And number 11 of Aviva Palms will substitute. And that takes a big rebound weapon out of the equation for Raritan. Jefferson driving through. Double backs between her and Stinnett. Some movement on the inside. Tirado wide open in the corner if they want to take it. Almost loses the handle on the ball. And it rolls out of bounds. Went off of Raritan as they were trying to get the block there. Pondajor rotates in to substitute for Jefferson. Inbounded to De Los Santos. Backdoor, wide open. Nobody was looking at Anaya Stinnett, and that was a beauty. She had all the time in the world and all the free real estate. She might as well be standing in the middle of the prairie in Wyoming with how much real estate she had. Laid up, blocked by De Los Santos. Second chance shot does go through for Aviva Palms. Pondajor drives, kicked out, jumper, good for De Los Santos. And the Mustangs are continuing to roll, ratcheting up the pressure that they're applying right now. They're leading 61-15 right now in one of the most one-sided college basketball games I've ever seen. Laid up, no good for Pons. And stolen away here by Pondajor. Towards the corner. Tirado from three. Doesn't go. Fight for the rebound, and it's going to go in favor of Palms. Almost gets it stolen away by Sydney Husky, and held on to it. This time Husky does get it. Stretch pass on the fast break, and good layup there for De Los Santos. Timeout call for some substitutions by the looks of it. Astu Diongo substituted in along with Sheridan Overhand, who's been dangerous from the arc as well, along with Skyla Kemp. They'll replace Tirado, Stinnett, and Husky. They've all had good games to their name. Little Santos sitting at 10 points now. Ball lost out of bounds, an errant pass. Good defense by the Mustangs, and that gets turned over back to them. Stretch past the corner. Make sure having somebody as on overhand at all times by the looks of it. Pondajor, spin move, mid-range, jumper, no good. Great rebound on the inside by Diongo to keep it in play. Almost stolen away and will be stolen away after a bunch of tips, and Julia Sol Pons will hold on to it. This has been May at the arc, trying to find something to happen. Goes back outside towards Pons. Pons will get called for the travel. One was pretty obvious as she was juking and moving, trying to create some separation, and didn't dribble the ball once there and took like 3-4 steps. It's little mistakes like that have been what's been hindering them a lot. When the Mustangs are just able to just move the ball at will, the skill difference is quite evident here. Overhand from the arc. Good! So Overhand just drills another three. That's the 10th three in this contest for the Mustangs. They are just lights out right now from the arc. They have a lot of time to get them set up, too. Here's Pons with a pick from May. Inside pass. Doesn't go through for Palms, and rebound on the errant shot for Kemp. Kemp drives outside. Tirado back in from three. Another one! Good God almighty! Angie Tirado with her 5th three in this game. 11th for the entire team. 3-point response 3 attempt. No good for Rurales. Still goose egg from 3 for for Raritan. Torado drives the inside, outside. Oh, and another one from the top of the point for Oberhand. What are we doing right now? 72-15. And we're not even out of the third yet. Elizabeth May at the point. Trying to go for Pons. Raritan trying to find some sort of response. Kicks out to May. May from 3. That one goes just a bit outside. Oberhand gets the rebound. Runs away with it. Gets Torado in the corner. Wide open again. It doesn't go, and you could see Oberhand was putting her hands up, wanting it to happen, pointed towards her, trying to see if she can go for it. And I'm going to turn towards Natalie beside me, see if we can find some research. What's the what the records are for the Mustangs on three-pointers in a contest? That's what I want to know. Let's see if we can get the answer on that. That ball going out of bounds is going to go down to Raritan. Inbounded by Ortega towards May. May is at the point right now. And Ortega swings outside towards McNeil. McNeil showing a lot of good aggression out there. Oh, and stolen away there and on the middle of the pass by Alex Stewart. And finds she's under some coverage. Kicked out from 3. And short for Kemp and rebounded by Rurales. McNeil, jumper, no good. Scramble for the rebound and stepping out of bounds, trying to play for it is Diongu. Got a little greedy with it. Inbounded to May. Stolen by Pion-Dujour. Pion-Dujour drives, trying to fight through, can't get through. Oberhand wide open from the arc. No good. Rebounded by Kemp. Oh, and almost an and one for Diongo. Didn't quite go through. Foul will be charged to, I think, to Rurales. And she'll substitute out. And Sayoni Patrick will now come in. First free throw is good for Diongu. And second free throw is no good. 73-15. Spin move by Palms. Throws it up. And that doesn't even go through either. Overshoots the basket a bit. Oberhand gets the rebound. Oberhand. Now to Diongu. Back to Oberhand. Almost takes 3 herself. Stewart from the arc. No good. Elizabeth Bay is able to get that rebound. Gonna go big steal here by Stewart. Oberhand from the arc. No good. But they're still trying to take 3s. They've missed the last few, but they keep trying to take them. Palms was able to get that rebound. May at the point. Jumper for May. Can't get it to go through. Kempe able to get a rebound on the air ball. Pion-Dujour from 3. No good. Goes wide and a foul. Diongo will get called for that one for reaching on the inside over Ortega. At the point. And drive on the fast break, and good for Alex Stewart for another big one. And I don't seem to have the access to any record books here, but I'll do it on the errant 3-point shot. And that ends the third. It is 75-15 right now. Well, folks, we're on territory of actually having a bigger margin of victory at this rate than the Knicks did yesterday. Wrap your minds around that one, folks. We'll take a break and we'll be right back here on the Mustangs YouTube channel. I'm Ben Smith. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mustangs YouTube channel. Ben Smith on the call with you for fourth quarter action. Mustangs lead dominantly, 75-15 right now. Intercept on the pass by Bree Jefferson. That's been another factor, and it's not just the scoring. It's the other play as well. And double backs it through the gap, and Sydney Husky able to get the layup. 8 points for her now. Second steal there for Jefferson. 3 players sitting in double digits right now in scoring. That's Tirado de Santos, an overhand. Shot is short. Husky outside. Here's De Los Santos. Up from Lely. Shot from 3. It's going to be airballed short for Dunja Milicic, who's in for the first time in this contest, the sophomore from Krušević, Serbia. So starting to get some players from deeper down the roster coming into play now. May at the point, pass outside to McNeil. And you gotta say, when you have statement games like this, makes definitely sends a message, as that's going to be short and miss for Palms. Definitely sends a message to the NCAA that the Mustangs are coming, and they're coming fast for the transition to a four-year school, and that's going to be what a shot there for layup and for mid-range jumper for De Los Santos. Definitely sends a message to Division II that the Mustangs are coming, and they're going to be not here to, well, they'll play, but they're not here to play around. They'll be here to create some serious business when they jump from JUCO to that. There'll be a bit of a transition period with that, folks. Next year we will be a four-year school, and there'll be some rules, regulations to be met before the transition to D2 is fully implemented. Because you're not just jumping from Division III. We're jumping from two-year JUCO to a four-year Division II. And travel called against Bree Jefferson, and now turn it back over. But when you create this kind of productivity that we're seeing from the Mustangs year in and year out in multiple sports, it sends a powerful message that the Mustangs will be able to play with some parity within the CAC. Football got a little bit of a taller task because they're going to be playing in the NE10 for football. And that's a very good D2 football conference. Stolen away here by Milicic. Here comes Sydney Husky. Kicked outside to Jefferson. Jefferson, mid-range. Jumper. No good. De Los Santos gets a second chance shot. 14 points for her now on the night, just behind Tirado's 15 and ahead of Oberhand's 12. Got some players getting ready to substitute back in for as a steal right there on the block shot from Kaylin Lely. Got some players about to come in for Raritan. De Los Santos backdoor once again with another one, and timeout called. Oh, just want to keep it moving, but a timeout called for allow for substitutions, courtesy of Monroe. And Astu Diongu is going to come in as well, again, the sophomore from Harlem, New York. We've seen some good spots from her today. Diongu sits at 1 point. She hasn't taken that many shots. but she has 5 rebounds in this contest. Pons for Raritan, trying to drive through the inside. Stolen away by Jefferson. It's an Oklahoma land rush down the court, folks. Kicked outside. Husky can't find room for it, but goes back out towards Jefferson, and she gets the 3. Bree Jefferson going up to 6 points. Her only other basket is also a 3, so she's 2 for 6 from the arc. 13 three-pointers made for the Mustangs. 86-15. How close to 100 are we going to get? That's the big question we got to ask ourselves right now, folks. Oh, and a little bit of a foul there called against Sydney Husky as she tried to go for the steal and tapped the arm of Sione Patrick. 6:40 to go in this contest. As I like to use the quote every time from Yogi Berra, it's getting late early, ladies and gentlemen. Clock winds down. 6:36 to go. Kicked outside to Morales. Morales, jumper. Mid-range, no good. Yongo gets the rebound. And now to Sydney Husky. Oh, good passing around right here for this team. And Jefferson from 3. It's going to be short and picked up by Morales. But a lot of rapid passing around the arc, searching for an opportunity for more 3s. They've taken 47 attempts and have scored 13, compared with 0 for 14 from the arc for Raritan, who have been kept under 20 so far. Shot, no good for Comba. And when they do take shots, they aren't making them. And another one is made right there by Sydney Husky. That will put her over the top into double digits with 10 points. She has 5 assists, 2 rebounds, 3 steals as well. A very solid stat line and a very respectable night for Sydney Husky. Dido Santos just needs 2 more rebounds for a double-double as she sits at 8 right now, along with 3 blocks and 2 assists. Nicked out, May takes a shot from the arc. It just barely missed. That's the closest I've seen yet for Raritan, as that one spun around the rim and then bounced out. No, some higher power does not want this team to score right now when you see things like that. They've also had some layups that have bounced off and don't go in. Another 3! What are we seeing right now? Sydney Husky just drops her first 3 of the night. That makes her, though, so I'm looking at my count right now, that's the 6th different Mustang to score a 3-pointer. There was a miss on that layup, and right back to the Mustangs. 91-15. Jefferson, another 3! What in God's name? I've never seen this much production on 3-point shooting in college basketball in a game that I've called. This is astounding, ladies and gentlemen. 9 points now for Bree Jefferson. She's 3 for 8. Husky is 1 for 3. Tirado, 5 for 14. Oberhand, 4 for 11 from 3. Punjur, 1 for 3. And then Lely, 1 for 2. 15 threes on just an absolute banger of productivity and a foul. And that'll be charged against the Mustangs as Morales, I think she got clipped in the head a little bit. As Ashley Cumberbatch is in for the first time. And she'll get charged for the foul. The freshman from New Rochelle, local girl. Miss on the layup. Everybody loves a local hero. And Diongu gets it to Militech and then pass outside toward Lely. Lely to Militech. Cumberbatch from 3. No good. Rebounded. And nice to see some of these opportunities come in for some players deeper down the roster. He'll get a chance to play. The only one I haven't seen come in yet is Sakunajin. The first one that comes to mind. Haven't seen Sakunajin. Haven't seen Nautica Rosa yet. And that's about it on the roster as far as players who haven't come in yet. Miss on the shot there. Rebounded by Sione Patrick. May at the point. Pass outside towards Morales. Morales, and it goes to Comba. May, corner three. Overshoots it. No good. Rebounded by Stewart. Bit of an Oklahoma land rush down the court. Call for pass from the inside from Lely. Doesn't go for it. Militech from three and shoots it. And we have another one. That is the 7th. Count them. 7th different Mustang to score a three-pointer in this contest now. 16 from 51. Miss on the three-point shot. Right there for Raritan. And Stewart from three. Good! Make that 8 Mustangs who have scored a three-pointer. What dominance and performance. All credit where credit is due to head coach Mike Sini. He's put together a great squad this year with this kind of ability. Second chance shot, no good. Miss from Sione Patrick after the first shot from May. 100-15 right now. Shot from three, no good for Stewart. Rebounded, mid-range, jumper, and good for Kaylin Lely. 102-15. Folks, if we win this game by 100 points, I'm gonna freak out. That's never happened before, but if it does happen tonight, I'll be stunned. As May misses on a layup there. Vernon's had opportunities, but they haven't been able to finish off a lot of these shots. They are not scored in this quarter. Yongu, second chance shot, goes and rows in. 27-0 run in. Make that 29-0 run in this quarter alone for the Mustangs over Raritan. That is astounding to me. 104-15. Oh, errant pass from May to Ortega, and that just adds insult to injury for Raritan with 90 seconds to go. And that gives the ball right back to the Mustangs. 17 threes. 32% from the arc, 44% overall on 40 for 90. Lely to Stewart. Stewart thought about an option, kicks it out. Lely trying to go to Karma Batch from three. Good! The hometown hero does it, and the bench goes nuts. Another three-point shot, this time from Ashley Cumberbatch, the local girl. And the Mustangs bench is losing its mind right now. They lead by 92. You heard that right, 92. Jumper doesn't go through for McNeil. I think that got tipped a little bit. Now into the passing. Alex Stewart slows this down and will kill off some more of the clock. And pass the inside to Lely. Kicked out towards the arc. Diongu. Out again. 7 seconds on that clock, and it's going to be picked up here by Ortega. Ortega lays it up, doesn't go through. Rebounded, and that will do it. As the clock runs down, no more shot clock. That will probably end it as Stewart holds on to the ball. And celebrations already happening here. And the Mustangs will walk away with this with a win by 107-15. They won by 92 points, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have to check the record books. That might be the most dominant win in women's basketball history for the Monroe Mustangs. And with that, folks, that concludes our coverage. Let me take a look at the schedule real quick to see next time we get women's basketball action here from the MAC. They will not be back home. They're going to have a little bit of a break, and then they go on the road for a bunch of games and be back here to face Cantonsville on the February 8th. For all you folks here from Mustangs YouTube channel, big thanks to Del Cardo, Natalie, and all of our student workers. And also wanted to make sure to tell you all, be safe this weekend with the big snowstorm of the century coming through. Stay indoors. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And enjoy some football this weekend. Ben Smith, once again, thank you for tuning in. We will see you next time.